Who does Savitar kill? A whole bunch of leaked set videos and photos for the Season 3 finale of The Flash have made their way online. Now, we're not going to be showing any of those videos or stills here because we fear copyright infringement. And we are still going to discuss these pictures even though we're not going to show them. These pictures mostly show Team Flash, all in suits, and their grind. And then a woman who looks a lot like Barry Allen's mom shows up as well. So I don't really have any solid thoughts on who this woman is, but I do think it's very interesting and it's something to discuss. Hi, I'm Jason Inman.
And I'm Ashley Victoria Robinson.
Every single week we bring you a Flash recap, but the Flash is on a break. It's not coming back till next week. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of these theories, some of these photos that have been released from the Speed Force out into the world. Now we're going to break down our thoughts on who we think this funeral is for, who could be in the coffin, and then, you know, some other stuff towards the end of this video.
Cool.
But really quickly, Ashley, I want to tell you, because I'm not going to show these photos because they're leaked photos, and I don't think, again, we should really discuss them for legal reasons, and also, it's just not cool.
It's not respectful.
But the information is out there, so I definitely feel like we need to talk about it a little bit. All right, so in these photos, we see a funeral, and the people that are shown in this photo are Barry, we see Iris, we see Joe West, we see Wally, we see Julian Alpert, we see Jay Garrick, we see H.R. Wells, we see Gypsy, and we see Cisco. So there is absolutely no possibility of this being a flashback because Gypsy is a Season 3 character. So this is some funeral that we have not seen. I mean, it's not going to be Eddie Thawne's funeral or anything like that. Now, real quick, you might have noticed there's a really big name that's missing there. There is no Caitlin Snow at this funeral. And people may automatically jump on the board to be like, I think it's Caitlin Snow. I think she's gone. Real quick, we gotta say that they could have filmed an alternate ending because Lost famously did that at the end of their 4th season. You can go find these Google clips online. You can Google Lost Season 4 alternate endings. They had a coffin and the reveal of who was inside the coffin. They filmed 5 different actors in there to throw everybody off the trail. So there is a possibility that this is just pictures of one of their takes. Now, I don't know whether CW would do that or not. They did not do that last year when we had the Arrow Season 4 finale where it was revealed that Black Canary was gonna die. Let me ask you, do you think there's a possibility that this is like throw people off the scent?
I don't
You think they were caught in the act?
Yeah, I don't think they learned their lesson. A lot of stuff has famously been captured from those sets, especially those outdoor sets.
Yeah.
And I think that with Flash in particular, they run pretty close to deadlines a lot. So I think it's probably, I think this was it.
All right, so let's throw out the question then. Who do we think this funeral is for? Who's inside the coffin then?
So I think it's Caitlin Snow.
Okay.
But I think it's a symbolic funeral. I think it is for the death of Caitlin Snow because we cannot get her to come back from the Killer Frost identity.
So Killer Frost is actually alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is them trying to like say goodbye to her and like move on with their lives. But there are 2 characters that you didn't mention who aren't in this picture who it could be. There's Jesse Quick.
True, fair point.
And Harry Wells.
Harry Wells is also another fair point.
I think they're less likely options, but they are 2 staple characters of the Flash universe who could be up for grabs. If you're gonna kill someone who's gonna least affect your other characters, Harry Wells is a big one. We already have a new Wells.
And we also have that setup where Harry Wells has said that he's terminally ill, supposedly.
Yeah. Whether or not we believe that. Do you have any strong feelings?
Well, I think it's one of 2 things.
Okay.
I think I agree with you. I don't think this is an alternate ending. I think this is legit. Like I think the pictures are legit.
Yeah.
I think it's 2 women. It's one of these 2 women. I do agree that I think it's Caitlin Snow, but I don't think this is a symbolic funeral. I think this is a real deal funeral because there's a coffin there, and I don't think you would bury a coffin if it was symbolic. I think Killer Frost is dead. And the reason why I think that is like I could see them doing some sort of arc where at the last second Killer Frost saves them but sacrifices her life. I could see that. I was gonna
say you could also do the thing where you can freeze someone and bring them back to life. That is a thing that we can do, not people, but you can do that in science. So you could have a reveal next season be that she wasn't actually dead; she was in a state of hibernation.
Well, we could also do the thing which we've done before, is that we literally could pull. I can't remember. Did this Earth 2 Killer Frost die? I don't think she did.
I don't think she did.
So you could always pull. I'm not 100% certain either. So like, there's another reason that we couldn't take a Killer Frost from another Earth.
That's true.
We've done that with Harrison Wells.
I mean, or Barry probably just gonna run back in time and change the timeline again.
You're absolutely right. This could be a fake funeral because he'll just run one day in the past and change it all.
Yeah. He's getting really good at that.
I think we could see her hero arc for Killer Frost, where the last second she saves her friends, but it costs her life. My other possibility is it could be Jesse Quick. I kind of think it's Jesse Quick over Harrison Wells, because I don't know if the Harrison Wells death would mean as much to us, but Jesse Quick would also lend a little bit of credence for why Jay Garrick's there a little bit more.
I think the fact that Jay is there is a little weird, but it's cool to know that he gets out of the Speed Force.
And they've all kind of hung around. They've all kind of hung around Jesse.
Yeah.
Jesse's like, stay with him. So I think, and they're all really visibly upset.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that it maybe lean more toward Jesse. Now, a lot of people in the comments, of course, are going to be like, but there's not two Harrison Wells there. Well, it's called adding him in post.
Yeah.
Because you have two. Yeah.
There aren't two Tom Cavanaughs. Sorry to disappoint.
We're just going to duplicate him, and it'll be just fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of lean towards Jesse Quick more than, especially since Savitar early in the season said I had a fate for you. But I also, again, I think Killer Frost would be another strong reason.
I think so too.
Now, let me ask you this.
Okay.
We're going into the end of season 3. Do you think this is a strong choice? Because now...
To kill someone?
Well, yeah, for the Flash, because now this means if this funeral is legit, if it's not Flash pointed away... Season 1 ends with the death of Eddie Thawne. Season 2 ends with the death of Henry Allen. Now Season 3 will end with the death of somebody else. This show, not even Arrow has killed somebody every single season.
That's true. I was gonna say that's more like the Arrow territory.
Arrow did it the first 2 seasons, but they didn't do it in Season 3.
I think when you put it that way and you sort of hold it up like that, it does feel strange for Flash. I think it could be a really strong choice depending on the character and how I think a good character death is not to be wasted and can be very impactful.
And that's why sorry to interrupt you.
No,
I think the stronger choice here would have been Joe West.
You ain't never gonna kill Jesse L. Martin. No, if he dies, it's gonna be in the final season. They're not gonna waste him like that.
I don't know. Watch out.
Unless
but
he wants to leave.
He's in these pictures.
Yeah. You've predicted his death here before too.
I have, because I know that
it would be the most impactful.
It would be everyone would bawl their eyes out.
They'll never do
if Joe West dies.
So I think it has potential to be a good season ender. But it's interesting that the Flash, which is the show that people like to laud as being like, upbeat. And like da-da-da-da, like this season is really not
that. It's been a bummer.
It has, and if they're just gonna go around like murdering people, then they need some more serious like Arrow level shots. They
do. Okay, so we know somebody's gonna die. We don't know exactly who. We kind of agree that like maybe killing somebody off is kind of a weak choice. We know they're gonna defeat Savitar. It's gonna happen. We defeat the season villain every single time.
It's just what you do in TV.
Yeah, there was also another leaked photo of the finale, because they're shooting the finale right now, of Barry holding some sort of gun device thing. And everyone on the internet thinks that this is going to be the device that is going to kill Savitar, or that this is the device the new scientist character is going to build for Barry to help defeat Savitar. So, let me ask you this.
Okay.
From what we know so far, we don't know anything about the Once in the Future Flash. We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
How do you think they stop Savitar? How do you think Barry's going to finally defeat Savitar?
I think it's got to be a meeting of all the speedsters. I think we've said this on the show before, but I think it has to be Wally, Barry, Jesse, and I must call them Henry Allen.
That would explain how Jesse dies.
And Jay. I think it has to be all of them working together. I think everyone has to be at their metahuman peak. You got Vibe and Gypsy, and I think
my favorite mountain.
Metahuman Peak. It's where they all go for their little spring celebration.
Ooh, excellent scheme.
There you go. I think you're going to need Jawiin to pull some Dr. Alchemy nonsense. I think you're going to need Caitlin. Like, I think it's going to be about them banding together, and I do...
As a giant superpower team?
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a little proto-Justice League. I also think, and you mentioned this a bit when we first saw it, we see H.R. Wells with a giant sort of gun thing that maybe is what Barry's holding.
Maybe. I can't confirm it.
That's completely speculative on my behalf, but I think whatever device H.R. Wells is holding is like the silver bullet.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be I think it has to be a lot of distraction of him through powers in order for science to win the day, which would be cool because he purports to be the god of speed. And if you're using science to defeat like a god, he's not a god, he's a false god, but
he's a man.
The idea of that is really interesting to me. Do you have any strong feelings about how you think Savitar is going down?
I've changed my theory a little bit, but I'm still holding to my theory that I predicted in our Flash recaps about, I think, 2 months ago. Or about a month ago, I still think the Black Flash is involved.
Interesting.
I do not think we make that computer model just for Legends.
Yeah.
And I also don't think that we show him on the Flash in the Speed Force unless we're going to pull the Black Flash. We're going to fire that Black Flash gun.
I just hope that Barry creates a lot of time remnants and just like clogs the hole. Like just like sends them at Savitar until they defeat him.
I think we're going to take a little bit from the comic books. And in the comic books, Wally West was the one who faced Savitar. And Wally West ran into the Speed Force. And he ran so fast into the Speed Force that he got Savitar trapped there.
Yes.
Now, this is the current present day Savitar. So Savitar is not yet trapped into the Speed Force, or somehow he's going to be. We don't know. Hopefully they'll work that out.
Yeah.
But I think Barry is going to run Savitar into the Speed Force, and it's going to be like radar sense for the Black Flash. Black Flash will be like, oh, he's right here.
Yeah.
Easy, I can eat him. That's what he's going to do. Yeah, because the Black Flash.
He's like, I just really enjoyed destroying Eobard Thawne, so now I'm going to hop over here.
That Eobard. Excellent. Excellent lamb. I think the Black Flash is going to kill. I think it's about Barry revealing to the Black Flash that this Savitar is traveling time outside of where he's supposed to be.
Interesting.
So... but I also think that you're talking about the woman that shows up that may or may not be Barry's mom in these leaked pictures. I think this might be the Speed Force either punishing Barry or rewarding Barry. One of the two.
I will say, I haven't seen these pictures, but another character who does have red hair is Caitlin Snow. Or she has red-ish hair.
Maybe it's Caitlin Snow coming from heaven.
Or maybe something happened.
We don't know.
This is,
You cannot, from the pictures, you cannot tell who this red-haired woman is.
There's a lot of, that woman.
Go look them up.
There's a lot of interesting possibilities there.
All right, so also I pulled some comments from our last video. I thought we would read and react them.
Okay.
Renly's other lover, that's a great
great name.
Asks, aren't you gonna be really bummed when they reveal it is future Barry Allen responding to Savitar? Because in my video...
Oh, I don't think it's future Barry Allen. If it is, I'm going to be a little bummed. I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. At this point, if Savitar is a version of future Barry Allen, because I'm telling you...
Could be from another Earth.
I'm telling you right now, Savitar is not the future emo Barry that we see in that trailer. I'm calling it right now. It's not him. I still don't think Savitar is Barry Allen at all.
I don't
If it is some version of Barry Allen, a time remnant, or the Flashpoint version of Barry Allen, whatever, I think it's going to come off. I think it's going to hit with a thud.
I think it's going to go poorly if that is the case.
I think it's going to be just a weak reveal. Now, at this point, though, I will say that we've strung this mystery out so long now.
Oh my God, yeah.
That I think no matter who they reveal is Savitar, it's going to be a weak reveal no matter what now.
I don't know if it'll be weak, but I think ultimately it's going to be unsatisfying because we should have had it by the halfway point. And we are well and truly past that.
Yeah, we're way past that. Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, I don't think we get it to the season finale. I don't think we do. All right, so Roy Toomey says, Jason, I think Savitar is Season 1 Eobard Thawne. In the Season 1 finale, Eddie Thawne shot himself and died, which created the black hole that then sucked up Season 1 Eobard in it. Here's the $64,000 question. Could the black hole have taken Season 1 Eobard into the Speed Force? Okay, I don't remember Eobard being sucked into a black hole. I remember the breach from the multiverse opening, but I thought Eobard
that might be what he meant.
I thought Eobard dissipated like he did in Legends.
That was my recollection.
I haven't seen it.
It's been 3 years since I last watched that episode. I'd be down with that.
If Savitar is season 1 Eobard?
Sure, yeah. I am more Eobard-thon is always good for Ashley.
I like Matt Lesher. Savitar is not Eobard-thon because he was just the villain of Legends.
It would be very, it would be too convoluted because we just saw him meet his end in Legends. Yep. So to do it again would be a weak reveal, I think.
Yeah. I don't think it's Eobard-thon. I mean, it's an interesting idea.
It's as good an idea as any of the other ones.
John Joe says, "I will kill the Flash Riders if I don't get to know who Savitar is on the 25th."
What's
That's next week's episode.
I don't know what day it is, guys.
I would just like to alert the authorities right now that John Joe will be probably buying a weapon, flying to Burbank, California, breaking onto the Warner Brothers.
Their writers' room is in Vancouver.
No, their writers' room is here on the Warner Brothers lot, breaking into the Warner Brothers lot and possibly causing lots of violence. So Warner Brothers security, be on the lookout for John Joe because on the 26th. I guarantee you he's breaking into Warner Brothers because he's going to be disappointed.
John, I understand your frustration, but come on. It's just a TV show.
This is a TV show where people wear tights.
It's going to be okay.
Listen, but I will say this, John, I feel your frustration.
I definitely feel it.
They have waited too long on this reveal.
Too long for the pattern that we've been taught since the beginning of Arrow.
Well, not even that. It's not even that. Like, I don't mind them changing that up a little bit, but the problem with it is that Savitar has been built up as this unstoppable force.
Yeah.
And for a while there, it kind of seemed like there wasn't going to be a reveal for Savitar.
That Savitar was just Savitar.
That Savitar was just some dude that Barry met in the future. And to be honest with you now, I kind of wish that's the way they had gone. But then they changed the story a little bit and was like, no.
They've seeded it so hard.
Savitar is somebody you know. And now that we've waited so long on it, and now that we know he's some unstoppable force, it almost becomes impossible for us as viewers to be like, well, wait a minute. Who in our cast can become that unstoppable? That seems a little ridiculous.
Teddy Sears.
Teddy Sears is on 24 right now. He's saving the world from terrorists.
Look, whoever Savitar is ain't been in that suit that whole time. They're gonna show up for the last episode. It's gonna be a 1-episode arc. That's it.
Oh, so you think Savitar is a brand new character we've never met?
No. Oh. I think Savitar is probably someone that we've met, someone from the show. But I think that the actor that the reveal is not been the person standing inside the suit. It's been a stunt double.
Interesting.
Wearing the suit on set.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think that whoever is playing Savitar, the reveal, they have a 1-episode contract.
Yeah.
So you could be on 24 and you can still show up and be.
I'm now interested. Like we did that video. I'm now leaning that I think Savitar is Dante. Is Cisco's brother. Yeah. I really do. I think he's Flashpoint Dante.
I hope not.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no satisfying conclusion to this.
There isn't. There's no good answer.
And it's so frustrating. All right, guys, so make sure you click subscribe and then go down to the comments and tell us who you think is in that coffin and who the hell is Savitar.
And why not click on one of the videos that's popped up on the screen, and if you like them, head on over to patreon.com/Jawiin donate and get some more exclusive content.
We'll see you next week for another Flash recap video. Make sure you're there.